anyway, we had a chance, or I had a chance, to meet a couple of megastars.
And who are those?
Who are those? That would be Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr., the Lucha Brothers.
And I'm going to be nice and no longer call him Pentagon Bob.
But yeah, let me tell you something.
Visual aid.
Two of the coolest guys ever, and one of the best merch tables ever. Oh my God!
Yeah.
You know, from T-shirts to backpacks to lucha masks to every. I should have taken a picture of it. But yeah, two of the coolest guys I have was able to speak to Ray Phoenix, which you can see on the channel, by the way.
Cheap plug.
Well,
right here in the Transit Music Room.
Yeah, but House of Bacon and stuff. But yeah, two of the coolest guys ever. And I'll tell you what, seeing these guys on TV is one thing, but seeing them live and up close, oh my God. They really put on a show at Empire State Wrestling, and they were also, man, I'll tell you, the thing about WrestleMania weekend now is that these guys like these, they wrestle not once, they wrestle like a handful of times.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Everybody's down there.
I mean,
everybody. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, everybody's putting on a show. It seems like
it's the time to shine.
Oh my God!
You have more eyes on you now than you do any other time of the year.
Yep.
And that's why I love the fact that, and again, I've admitted that I try to embrace all of it. You know what I mean? I don't keep up on everything. I try to embrace all of it, but it's the perfect week. That's why I wish more of these companies would get in, like, I guess, harmony with each other, where it's look at everybody you know who's down in New York City right now, connections you've made through the wrestling community, and who are down there now, and everybody's trying to get their name out there. You know, they got stuff going on in New Jersey, which is where WrestleMania is, but New York was where Takeover was, and the Supercard and it's WrestleMania weekend for wrestling has turned into like. It's a
huge thing.
You know,
and
I think we should go next year.
Tampa.
Let's do it.
Tampa.
That'll be interesting too.
Yeah, I want to see
not too far from Jacksonville too. Just saying.
Well, now I know what you're alluding to.
Who, me?
What you are alluding to is AEW. But we've kind of found an interesting little quote from Mr. Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Mr. Rhodes.
About how he thinks that WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, that's right. I did see that. That it should belong to Vince.
Now
that is actually impressive. That is awesome.
He'll never book any AEW stuff or any Starcast or whatever, anything like that.
Oh, he's being smart because if this ever fizzles, he can go back. Just saying.
Well, but also and seeing it this way, everybody is fighting each other.
Yeah.
On over the weekend. Maybe not so much.
Yeah. You're thinning out your base too.
You're thinning. Everything's thinning out because you have like MLW, Ring of Honor, any other wrestling organization. A ton of organizations out there that are putting on shows at midnight. For God's sake. I mean, the Impact Wrestling had their event. And a couple of interesting things though. They worked with MLW, AAA. They call it United We Stand. It didn't.
I thought it was nostalgia.
No.
Because
I've been waiting for this.
Who brings RVD and Sabu back? All right, talk about nostalgia.
I know.
We bang on Batista and Triple H. RVD and Sabu.
I know.
The Twitter creep of them all. Sabu.
Okay. Yeah.
Twitter creep. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
But they had a nice match with the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody's like, okay, these guys are going over here. These guys are over here.
Yeah,
you can only do so much.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were AEW, if you wanted to do a show, maybe you're not going to do a show on WrestleMania weekend. When would you hold like a big show? Would you do it like?
I wouldn't do it within the same month, just because wrestling fans, not everybody has expendable income like that. You know, if you're going to travel to see both, if you have that kind of money. But I would say within a month or two of it.
Maybe. Well, let's see. It's usually the first Sunday in April.
Usually, maybe do like the middle of March or right after that.
Right. So when you find out, okay, let's just say that it's April 6th next year. Okay, why wouldn't you do it like say 2 weeks beforehand?
I think because especially if you're not going to do the same city or whatever, but people are still going to be traveling, spending a lot of money. WrestleMania tickets are not cheap.
No, they are not. No,
I mean,
they are not.
10 years ago when we went to WrestleMania 18, that ticket was $800 for what I had. I had 10th row floor, but still, it was an $800 ticket.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to do that and then turn around and go to
They
an
just threw up
AEW.
my mouth a little bit. $800.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was 10th
And you
row and I got to keep my chair.
And you figure.
I got my chair too from the house show. Sorry, go ahead.
House show chairs aren't as cool as WrestleMania chairs.
All right, sorry, dick.
But you got a cool belt.
That's not from there. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But I think the timing is what you're looking for, because like you said, people don't have. They only have so much disposable income.
Again, too, we were just talking about how much goes on in a WrestleMania weekend.
Yep.
Do you have the amount of time to spend a weekend plus then do something else around that time as well?
Yeah. So I mean, I think, those guys have always been like they march to their own beat, you know.
And
so, go on.
Oh no, I think that's calculated. What they are doing, they're radio silence right now. Right. Really, AEW. Like this week, like a new signing from Buffalo Alley, who was in Impact, is now in AEW. I watched her talk to the guy from ESW at the WrestleCon thing down there. So they have people out there.
Chris Gullo.
But they're radio silence as a company right now, because it's calculated, because you can maximize your dollar, like Joey's saying, you can maximize your dollar amount by not doing it now. I wouldn't even do it 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after.
Right.
Do it when you're doing it. Do Double or Nothing in June.
Yeah, what I would do is not do it anywhere near the four big ones.
Stay away from
SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble.
It's calculated.
Whatever the other one is.
You know, we can maximize our dollar amount and fan support when there's nothing. Yeah, so what's in June? Money in the Bank, I think, is in June.
Something like that.
So, you know, Money in the Bank,
it's fairly big
it's
now.
become like the next one after the Big Four, let's say. Yeah. Actually, I think it's bigger than Survivor Series.
I think it is the Big Four, to be honest with you now. Survivor Series kind of blows.
I think, what is right after WrestleMania?
Usually Backlash?
Yeah.
That's when I would do it. That's when I would do it.
You would do it that close.
I think because there's a certain buzz you have.
I would wait after Backlash only because anything that's going to happen from WrestleMania is going to get pretty much ended at Backlash.
All the storylines are going to finish up at Backlash.
So if somebody's invested in WrestleMania and what's going on there, Backlash is going to be that next big pay-per-view that you're waiting to see what happens, because that's when you're going to end your storylines. Right after that pay-per-view is usually when they do the drafts and all that stupid shit that they usually do.
Yeah, I mean,
so you do it about that, really? How come?
Because I still think that there's a buzz, you know.
About wrestling?
Yeah, about wrestling.
Well, there's always wrestling
at that time. Well, I mean,
we wouldn't be here.
But there's something about this weekend that just seems to carry.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is the grandest stage of the all. I mean, it's been built that since WrestleMania 1. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But to try and play off that is a little rough.
No, it is. I mean, and trying to, you know, and then again, I mean, and it goes back to disposable income. You know,
that's the key, key component. The demographic, even though the demographic in wrestling goes from 12 to 60, like still extra cash is extra cash.
And time off. I mean, a lot of if you're traveling to a city,
work,
you know.
Yeah. You know, it's tough. That's why I say you do it just like they're doing it. Radio silence right now. Let WWE do their thing.
Let all the rumors grow and come out and just blow everybody away with
whatever you have.
Yep.
Because that's the one thing we keep saying is wrestling has become kind of very predictable. We kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. So you come out of nowhere with something completely different, and all the rumors were all bullshit. You could really blow them away and actually create that buzz that you talk about WrestleMania with them.
Yep.
Because that's what they did with All In.
Yep.
They created one hell of a buzz, and they came out and they put on a show.
Yep.
And why not do it again?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's all, like I said before.
I just need to name some of this shit better, though.
Well, okay.
All In was cool.
All in was
All In?
Oh, it's cool. I'm talking about the actual show. Was like, what was it, or Tuesday?
Tuesday Night Dynamite. Yeah, well, you know.
Well, and that's not official yet.
No, but it looks like that the TV aspect of it's good, maybe around October, from what I understand. But
Talk about TV. Did you see the thing about the WWE Sports Center, basically?
oh Lord.
They
my gosh, yeah.
They got to fill up time on Fox. So on FS1, they're going to be doing like a.
If you are an announcer working for Fox and if you're one of like their top, if you're like one of their top guys,
Yeah.
guess what your assignment's going to be?
Right.
I hope Colin Cowherd does it. That's what he deserves.
Whatever they do, they should not just say.
Or Skip Bayless.
Charlotte's.
Skip
Skip
Bayless.
Bayless. Be amazing.
Just be smart and not, put up the graphic that Charlotte Flair is only Ric Flair's daughter.
Oh,
did you see the
God.
backlash on
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
That was crazy.
That's just.
But I got it. It builds into the character, the tweets back and forth, and it builds that buzz.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what WWE needs right now is a little bit of buzz.
Well, that and better storylines and better.
Well, I mean, we've been talking about that for how long, though?